Seventh inning we go. 4-0 Dodgers. With great interest in this one. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for the Dodgers. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Mets. For the Union Oil Company of California. And more play-by-play, here's Jerry Dawson.
All right, Vinny, and for New York, it'll be Rod Canneel, who has struck out twice, Felix Mantilla, and then Frank Thomas. Sandy Koufax through 6 innings, no runs, no hits, and let's see how he goes in the 7th. Here's Rod Canneel coming up, and Koufax checks the sign now, ready to go. Here's the first pitch to Canneel, a curveball that swung on and missed, strike 1. Canneel batting .328. He's playing at third base tonight. The Dodgers picked up 4 in the first, and that's all we've had, as Ray Davio has come in and stopped them cold. 4-0 score. Koufax ready to go. The windup in the pitch to Canneel. Curve way high, and it's 1-1. Sandy has struck out 11. He hasn't missed an inning in getting a strikeout. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth and fifth, and 2 in the sixth. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Canneel, number 10, batting second in the order. Here's the windup in the pitch. Foul ball and back upstairs, and it's strike 2, ball 1 to Canneel. 1-2 the count. Canneel first batter up there in the 7th inning. Koufax ready to deliver. Curveball bounced out to shortstop. Easy hop to Will. Throw to first at time, and it's 1 away. So Canneel out on a ground ball to short, and it brings up Felix Mantilla. Mantilla has struck out and bounced into a double play, batting .259. All right, Mantilla, right-hand hitter. 6 homers, 26 RBIs. Here's the windup and the pitch by Koufax. Fastball sails high, and it's 1 ball, no strike. 1-0 the count. We're in the 7th. Sandy ready again, the windup and pitch. Change up too high, inside, ball 2. Koufax has walked 2, struck out 11, allowed no runs, no hits. So Sandy working under a little more pressure now as the game draws toward the end. Here's the windup and the 2-0 pitch. Mantilla takes high, ball 3, and it's 3-0. So he goes behind to Mantilla, 3 balls and no strikes. He walked Ashburn leading off the 4th. The Dodgers got him on a double play. He walked Thomas leading off the 5th, and they left him stranded. The only man left on for New York. 3-0 the count to Mantilla, 1 out. And here's the windup and the pitch. He walked him. Fastball sailed high outside, and that's the 3rd walk for Koufax. And that is a little above par for Sandy in the base on balls department. His rate is 2.23 per 9 innings, best rate on the staff. So now tonight he has walked his 3rd man. Here's Frank Thomas, the only man in the lineup who has not struck out. Frank grounded out on a great play by Wills in the 2nd, the closest thing to a base hit the Mets have had, and then Thomas threw a walk in the 5th. So up now with Mantilla on here in the 7th in the pitch. Curve high, 1 ball, no strike. And on deck will be Cliff Cook. The Koufax goes behind to Thomas, batting .297, 14 home runs, 47 runs batted in. 1 out, 1 on in the 7th. The Dodgers have a shift on against Thomas a little to the left. Koufax set, the pitch. Ground ball wide of third. Gilliam down to Burride. 1, back to first, double play. So Frank Thomas hits into a double play. The 2nd Dodger double play of the night, and Koufax needs 2 more innings now. Tied out in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the score at the end of the 6.5 innings of play. The Dodgers 4, the Mets nothing. Start with a little sing song. I'm looking over a 4-leaf clover. Sandy Koufax looking for one now as he goes to the 8th inning of the ball game for the Union Oil Company of California. More play. Here again is Vince Scully. Vinny? All right, Jerry, and the entire ballpark now moves a little closer to the field as they should to watch Koufax in the 8th inning. Cliff Cook will lead it off. He struck out and fly to left. Right-hand hitting right fielder. Sandy's curve is low. Ball 1, 1-0. Koufax has been fighting his control tonight. He's walked 3, but more than that, he's been behind on many hitters. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Cliff Cook. Fastball high, ball 2. So he's behind on the leadoff man here in the 8th inning. 2-0 the count to Cliff Cook. 8th inning, 5-0 Dodgers. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Cook. Fastball swung on and missed. 2-1. Boy, the ladies really having themselves a time tonight. Koufax putting on a show. Frank Howard, homer to left field. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Cliff Cook. Fastball, strike 2.
And, of course, the crowd will, at this stage of the ball game, in the eighth inning, they will react violently on every strike. 2-2 the count. Sandy to his windup, and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, foul back. 2-2 the count to Cliff Cook. Koufax ready and delivers. Curveball high, ball 3. So Koufax goes all the way with Cliff Cook, opening up matters in the eighth inning, 5-0 Dodgers. Sandy checking with Roseboro. Now into his windup, 3-2 pitch. Fastball, fouled away. The Union Oil Company of California sending you a big one tonight from Dodger Stadium, the third game of the 4-game series. Tomorrow, Senior Citizens Day, and it will wrap up the series with the Mets. 2 o'clock ball game. Hope you'll make the plans to be with us. 3-2 pitch to Cliff Cook. Curveball, strike 3. So Cliff Cook is caught looking at a 3-2 curveball, and down he goes. 12 strikeouts for Koufax. 1 out in the eighth, and here is Jim Hickman. Right-hand hitting center fielder, struck out looking and fly to center. Hickman batting .264. Boy, you can start to cut the tension with a knife now. 1 out in the eighth. Koufax into his windup and the pitch to Hickman. Curveball, low, ball 1. Hickman started his swing and held up. 1-0. Hickman leaning on his bat as he backs out for a moment. Now Jim slowly gets back up again. Koufax checking his signs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jim Hickman. Curveball bunt, but he held up. Ball 2, 2-0. Remember, a few years ago, Carl Erskine was pitching a no-hitter at Cincinnati. And Gus Bell beat him out of it with a bunt single. And Hickman ran up against the bunt that time, but took it outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count to Jim. Koufax ready and delivers. Fastball for a strike. Another fine crowd tonight, 29,797 on hand. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, half swing, strike 2. Boy, this crowd is moving around at this stage. 1 out in the eighth inning. 2-2, the count to Jim Hickman. On deck, shortstop Elio Chacon. Koufax checking time. Sandy into his windup and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, got him swinging. Hook, foul, tipped and dropped. Roseboro moved his body to the right as he tried to hold on to it, and it spilled out of his glove. And Hickman is still up there. So hold everything. 2-2 the count on Jim. Well, Roseboro was really fighting that foul tip, trying to hold it. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball, low, ball 3. So he went 3-2 on Cliff Cook and struck him out. And come right back 3-2 on Jim Hickman. Sandy Koufax in the spotlight. Boy, he's been there many times. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Hickman. Fastball swung on, a fly ball to center. Willie Davis is right there. He's got it. Well, the goosebumps rising yet. It's about that time, don't you think? 2 out in the eighth inning. Elio Chacon has struck out twice. 0 for 2. Batting .238. I don't know about you. A ball game like this brings my beard out. Koufax checking. Here's the pitch to Elio. Fastball, foul back. 0-1. 29,797 sitting in on this one. Koufax gets the sign. Chacon waiting. And the strike 1 pitch to Elio. Fastball low. 1-1. There are another 2,900 ladies here. We have over 32,000 in the park. Here's a 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball low. Ball 2. Chacon, as it went in the dirt and bounced up, while Elio caught it with his bare hand and handed it to Roseboro. 2-1 to Elio Chacon. Koufax to his wind-up and delivers. Fastball, swung on and missed. Strike 2. One fan off to the right jumps up out of his seat with his hand high in the air, and I guess that reflects the mood of the entire ballpark. 2-2 to Elio Chacon. Koufax delivers. Fastball, fouled away. One thing, he is making the crowd twist and turn. He went 3-2 on Cook and struck him out. He went 3-2 on Hickman. He flied to center, and 2-2 on Chacon. Made a lot of pitches here in the inning. Koufax looked in to get his sign. Stone waiting. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball inside. Ball 3. Almost hit him. On deck, catcher Chris Canizero. So he has gone 3 and 2 on each of the 3 batters here in the 8th. He went 3 and 2 on 9 batters tonight. So Sandy's fighting his control. Stone waiting. Koufax stares into his windup. 3-2 pitch. Curveball high. Ball 4. 4 walks given up by Koufax. It's been a while since he's walked 4. He's had excellent control all year. Even that one game where we used the word staggered to victory against the Mets, when he gave up 13 hits and 6 runs. That day he walked only 3. He has only walked 4 men one other time this year, and that was back in April. All right, here's Canizero, fly to center and struck out, batting 200, right-hand hitting catcher. Fastball high, ball 1. Koufax is not making too many pitches, however. He made 94 pitches through 7 innings, so it's not as if he's, or shouldn't be, getting tired. 1-0, the count to Canizero. Sandy is set, checks first. The 1-0 pitch. Change-up, almost in the dirt, ball 2. 2-0. What might be happening with Koufax out there is a normal thing. That's probably happening to folks in the stands. He's beginning to press a little bit. No doubt about it, going 3 and 2 on 3 consecutive batters, and now 2-0 to Canizero. Yeah, he's human. It's getting to him. 2-0 the count. Sandy's on the rubber. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, a strike. Boy, you've got to be a pretty cold-blooded hombre to be out there and not feel the tension. 2-1 to Canizero. Koufax ready. And backs off the rubber. Now Koufax ready. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. And Canizero went after a bad ball that time. 2-2. Hard to believe how quiet this crowd can get in between pitches. Boy, there are a lot of thoughts going around right now as Koufax nods yes. Canizero waiting. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, half swing, strike 3. Well, whatever you do, don't do it for a few more minutes. Through 8 innings, Sandy Koufax has struck out 13 batters and has not allowed a hit. And in the 9th inning, Koufax will be trying to go all the way. The score at the end of 7 1/2, 5-0 Dodgers. Here's Jerry. All right, the 9th inning, 5-0 Dodgers, and Koufax has finally come face-to-face with it. The first pinch hitter will be Gene Woodling, a former New York Yankee. So Woodling will bat for Davio. Then Ashburn and Keneal. The Dodgers make a defensive change. Ron Fairley goes into right field. Tim Harkness takes over at first base, and Frank Howard comes out. Here's the announcement on Woodling. So Woodling, a left-hand hitter, coming up to bat for Davio. Stengel, not playing percentages of a right-hand batter, instead goes to Woodling, the veteran. So 9th inning. Koufax goes to Rosenbach and gives it a squeeze. And here we go. Sandy pulls at the peak of his cap, bends at the waist to read his signs, and goes to work. Into his windup, the pitch to Woodling. Curveball for a strike. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Mets in the 9th. Woodling waiting, 0-1. Koufax into his windup and delivers. Curveball high, 1-1. You'll hear a roar on every strike and a groan on every ball. Richie Ashburn on deck. Koufax checking. Taking a long look. Now into his windup. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball low, ball 2, 2-1. At this stage of the ball game, Koufax has made 124 pitches. 124. With the count 2-1 on pinch hitter Woodling, opening up the 9th. Sandy is ready into his windup, and the 2-1 pitch. Curve very high, ball 3. Koufax has walked 4 men tonight. He walked Ashburn, Thomas, Mantia, and Chacon. 3-1 to Woodling. He went 3-2 on all 4 hitters in the 8th inning. 3-1 pitch, fastball low, ball 4, and Woodling is aboard on a walk. And that'll bring up Richie Ashburn, the first time this year that Koufax has walked 5 men in a ball game. All right, Richie Ashburn, left-hand hitter and a spray hitter. Perhaps in this kind of a situation, the toughest batter the Mets have. He's tough to defend. The outfield plays him to left field. And Gilliam in on the grass at third. Harkness not holding the bag on Woodling. Tim is directly back of the runner. Ashburn keeps looking over towards the Mets dugout. Apparently, Casey Stengel hollered something up to the plate. Now Richie gets in. And I think we'll have a runner for Woodling. I think that's what it's all about. Time called by Ashburn, but it's going to cost the strike anyway. Richie asked for time, and Steiner said no. Stay in there, and the curveball was a strike. Joe Christopher will run for Gene Woodling. Joe Christopher running for Woodling. So Ashburn asked for time and got it, then asked for time the second time and didn't get it. And the pitch is a strike, 0-1. So Joe Christopher running for Woodling. Solly Hemus growling as he comes out of the third base coaching box, but Steiner jaws right back at him. And Ashburn waiting at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. On deck, Rod Keneal. Harkness directly back of Christopher. Koufax leaning on his right knee to get his sign. Now he straightens up. The strike 1 pitch. Fastball high and inside. 1-1. Ashburn batting .329. Richie this evening has struck out and walked and flied to left. Koufax set. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball line down the left field line. Foul. So Ashburn slices 1 foul down in the left field corner. It rattles off the railing and is finally retrieved by Willie Davis. 1-2 the count to Richie Ashburn. 9th inning, 5-0 Dodgers. Rod Keneal and Felix Mantilla to follow. Koufax checking his signs and Ashburn waiting. Gilliam is now back to a normal depth at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A sidearm fastball fouled away off to the right. Koufax, again not really sidearming, but leaning towards first base before delivering. 1-2. Ashburn stands up there at the plate waiting. Koufax straddling the rubber. Christopher a short lead at first, with Harkness directly back of him. Now Richie up at the plate. Crowd very quiet. Now Koufax on the rubber. The 1-2 pitch to Ashburn. Fastball, a ground ball to Wills. He goes to far right. They get 1. To Harkness, not in time. So a force play from Wills to far right. Joe Christopher, who was put in to run for Woodling, broke up the double play. Oh, we have 1 out, Ashburn at first, and Rod Keneal, right-hand hitting third baseman. Keneal struck out twice and grounded to short, batting .322. Now, maybe Casey Stengel was showing mercy on all of us watching this ball game by not using Hodges and Neal as pinch hitters. That might have been a little too much to see. Koufax on the rubber, checks Ashburn and works the plate. Fastball swung on late. Keneal might have been trying to go to right field, 0-1. On deck, Felix Mantilla. Casey Stengel pacing, but he's limiting his paces to the near corner of the Mets dugout. 0-1 to Keneal. Koufax set, checks Ashburn. The pitch to Keneal, a bunt, foul back, 0-2. So that's the second attempted bunt by the Mets. Hickman tried to bunt, but held up on a low pitch in the 8th. Keneal makes contact on a bunt, but fouls it back, 0-2. Keneal waiting at the plate. Koufax rubbing up the ball. Sandy straddles the rubber, leans on his right knee, stares into Roseboro. Now he's set, Keneal waiting. Strike 2 pitch. Curveball, a big bounce to Gilliam. Jim has it, goes to far right. They get 1, and that's all. 2 out in the 9th inning, and Felix Mantilla the batter. Listen to this crowd. Well, the entire ball game, Koufax perhaps his biggest night. important to him than his 18 strikeouts against the Giants, till it's all on the line as Felix Mantilla is the batter. On deck, Frank Thomas. Rod Kenneal at first, 2 out of the 9, 5-0 Dodgers. And Koufax trying to do it. Sandy is set and delivers. Curveball high, ball 1. I would imagine plate umpire Mel Steiner feels the tension and the responsibility. Koufax checking. Mantilla waiting. Sandy on the rubber and straightens up. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball low. Ball 2. The big gun for the New York Mets is on deck. Frank Thomas. Mantilla back up to the plate again. 2 balls and no strikes. Felix, slender, right-hand batter. Koufax ready and delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled away. 2-1. Mantilla this evening struck out looking in the first inning, grounded into a double play in the 4th, and walked in the 7th. Roseboro, whatever Mantilla said, Johnny just shakes his head now, puts on his mask. They're all well aware of what's at stake at the moment. 2-1 to Mantilla. Koufax set. And the pitch. Fastball, a big bouncer down to Wills. He has it, goes to Burright, no-hitter. All of the Dodgers are out to mob Koufax, halfway between third and home. Fairly with his arms around Sandy, pushing him towards the dugout. Other Dodgers leaping over the knot of players to just touch him. Pete Reeser shaking his hand. Wayne Anderson is out there to put that valuable left arm in a windbreaker, and a shower of blue pillows down on the field. Sandy Koufax pitches a no-hitter for the Dodgers. The first Dodger no-hitter since Sal Magley turned it in 1956. And the first Dodger left-hander to pitch a no-hitter since way back in 1908. And he is now walking towards home plate, and the crowd giving him a standing ovation. Koufax with his windbreaker on, a sheepish grin on his face, and first of all, he will go on television back to New York. As we mentioned, the ball game being telecast to New York, and perhaps Sandy's mother and dad back there stayed with the ball game to watch their son pitch his first no-hitter of a great career. The totals for the Dodgers, 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. For the Mets, no runs, no hits, and no errors. The paid attendance, 29,797 on the 30th of June, 1962. It is certainly a night that will be memorable to Koufax, certainly a night that all of us will remember. There were only 2 balls that were hit sharply enough. One would have been a base hit. That was the drive that Thomas hit in the 2nd inning, deep to the hole at short. Wills backhanded the ball and threw him out on a bang-bang play at first. And later in the ball game, in the 6th inning, with the count no balls and 2 strikes on Richie Ashburn, Ashburn slashed a line drive to left, but Tommy Davis was positioned correctly and caught it for the out. Outside of that, there were no near base hits for the Mets. The only difference for Koufax tonight, he was wild. He went 3 and 2 on at least 9 batters, and he did walk 5 for the first time this year. So Sandy Koufax joins a list of famous names, Dodgers who have pitched no-hitters. They go like this. Way back, well, let's start at the turn of the century. Mal Eason and Harry McIntyre at 1906. Knapp Rucker in 1908. Dazzy Vance, 1925. Tex Carlton, 1940. Ed Head, 1946. Rex Barney, 1948. Carl Erskine, 1952. Carl Erskine, 1956. And Sal Magley, 1956. And to that great list, add the name Sandy Koufax, who gets another ovation as he goes jumping down into the Dodger dugout. Well, without a doubt, he'll be on our post-game show, you can bet. Tonight's game, like every Dodger game throughout the year, brought to you by the American Tobacco Company on behalf of Dual Filter Tarryton. Flavor you never thought you'd get from any filter cigarette. And by the Union Oil Company of California, the West's most experienced refiner. Remember to join us tomorrow, I hope in person. Warm up at 1:40, game time at 2 o'clock. The Dodgers and Mets in the final game of their 4 games. Final score, Sandy Koufax, no hits, the New York Mets. and the Dodgers win 5-0.